Okay, hi guys. Finally, during this video, the idea is to show you how to go from 2 dimensions to 3 dimensions. So let's begin drawing. Right click on top plane, I will make it visible, and as usual here I will select the top view to have a clear view. So what's the idea? You already should know how to work with all these tools. So the idea in going from two to 3 dimensions is to extrude that shape. The first thing I want you to have in mind is that you can only extrude one thing per sketch. What does it mean? That if I make a circle here on the top plane, that if I create a circle here and I finish the circle, you see here it says sketch 5. It's one sketch. So when I just extrude it, how do I extrude? Extruding is first you select the sketch, then you go to features, you select this tool, extruded boss base, and if you see the yellow shadow, you can select here the size of the extrusion. One more time, as with the other tools, if you click on here, you will reverse the direction, so you can extrude to whatever you want basically. So for example, I complete this extrusion. If this is what I want, I'm gonna click on the tick on the top right, and there I have a 3D shape. So this is the way I can complete one type of extrusion, which is the basic one. And here on the story you will see that the sketch 5 became this boss extrude, but it's only one thing. So if I need to extrude 2 or more things, I need to create 2 or more sketches, depending on that. In order to make holes inside of the sketches, I need to make the holes on the initial sketch. So what does it mean? I'm going to create another sketch. I don't know, I'm gonna make another circle here. So where do I want to draw? I want to draw on the top, and I'm gonna draw here a circle, whatever circle. Let me just select the top view here. I'm drawing a circle. If I want to make a hole inside of the circle, I will select here, for example, my hole will be a square. So I will make one hole here. I would like to make another hole with the shape of a triangle here. And I would like to make another hole with the shape of a circle in here. So as you can see, all this is part of one sketch, sketch 6. So when I finish this sketch, I have to select the sketch, go to features, select extruded boss base, and I see the yellow shadow. What does it mean? That I am able to extrude whatever I want. I don't want to make it that high, that tall, so I'm gonna make it only 10 millimeters. This is what I want, so I click here on the tick that is on the top right, and I have my sketch here. As you can see, those shapes became holes. You can see the difference in the color. Those shapes became holes. So that's the way we create holes in shapes. And last thing you need to understand is that you can only extrude the sketches that are closed, a closed sketch. What is the meaning of that? I'm gonna create another sketch, but I'm gonna make lines. I'm gonna draw on top plane again. So I'm gonna make this line, this line, I don't know, this line. There we go. If I have this sketch and I finish the sketch, first thing you always have to do, finish the sketch. I finish the sketch and I try to extrude it, it will happen something weird. This is not my real sketch. My sketch is just this line, so I cannot control it. In order to control it, I will open it again, right click on it, edit sketch. In order to control it, I need to make a closed shape. And how do I close it? Well, I join the first and last knot. In that order, when I finish my sketch, I have a closed sketch. And in that order, I would be able to extrude that closed sketch. But since the most of the times, we need something a little bit different or a little bit more difficult to do, I'm gonna edit this sketch back, and that's why we use trim entities. So I'm going to make quickly the shape of a car, for example. So I'm gonna select one circle here, I'm going to do another circle in here, and using a rectangle, for example, I'm gonna make a rectangle that go that will be here, and I'm gonna make another rectangle, and I'm gonna make with lines. I'm gonna make this, 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 and this. So as you can see here, let's zoom in a little bit. As you can see here, we have different shades of blue. That means that it is an open contour. What do I mean? If I close the sketch here, I select it, and I go to extruded boss base, I cannot see the yellow shade, the yellow shadow. Why? Because basically the system will have no idea if it has to extrude this part, this part, this part, this part, or what does it have to extrude. So you have to be really careful with that. The idea is that you can understand what is an open and a closed shape. So in this case, always a closed shape is the one that on every knot has only two lines, like in this one. This knot has this line and this line. But if you take a look to this one, it has three lines, 1, 2, and 3. If you take a look to this one, it has 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that means that you need to use the tool trim entities to create a shape that will not have that inconvenience. So for example, I'm gonna make this here, I'm gonna cut this and this, and I'm gonna cut this and this, and automatically you see all is made out of the same shade of blue. So when I finish my operation of the trim entities, and again I finish my sketch, you can see this became gray. When I select the sketch and I select extruded boss base, now I can see the yellow shade, the yellow shadow. So I can extrude it. There we go. I just have to select how tall I want it to be. I finish my sketch, I finish the operation, and that's pretty much it. So these are the three things I need you to understand, which is creating basic extruded shapes, which is with regular shapes, how to make holes on the sketches that we create, and how to make different how to use different sketch tools here to create just one shape. As you can see here, I have three shapes here in 3 dimensions, and I have 3 sketches here. You can also create 3D figures on top of something that is already created. For example, if I draw a circle, when it asks you here, where do you want to draw, instead of telling it that you want to draw on the top plane, I don't know, I'm gonna draw on top, on this surface, the one that is on top of the car. So this becomes blue, and I'm gonna make, for example, a circle in here. I'm gonna make another a smaller circle here, so I will make a hole. And when I finish the sketch, I select it, I go to features, extruded boss base, I can make an extrusion on top of the surface. So you can draw on whatever you want and create extrusions on top or below wherever you want. If you want to make something below, you just have to start drawing here instead of there. And that's pretty much it for this video. The idea is that you learn how to create different types of extrusions using all the different tools.